Oh, we're live. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Uh, okay. Hey, oh, I've lost it. Mary Rayler, hello from hello in California, and Steve Witcher. Oh yeah. Uh, yeah. Bear with me a sec. I'm just trying to fix up display settings. We have the pop-up messages on the secondary screen, but I need it magnified so I can read them without leaning dead close. So that should do it. That's done it. All right. Okay, dokie. Stuart Reynolds, hello. And Brenda Rigdon. Finally managed to scrape yourself out of bed and make it. Hi. Right. Oh, dear. So I've had a mad half hour because a month ago I realised that well, we just swapped around the workspaces and things, and this room was a mess. But guess what? It still is. But I've been trying to unmess it a little bit. So I've hung my picture of a coup, but well, I won't tell you it's not straight because it actually doesn't look too bad from this angle, but it is not straight. My random channel, hello, and Stuart Reynolds in Toronto. When the haggis recipe? When? What haggis recipe? I've done haggis recipe a long time ago. Was 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 that about a long haggis egg or something? I don't know. Oh, just a minute. Nothing like being organised, is it? Steve, you got your arms aren't long enough. I think, yeah. Stuart, I have. But I tell you what, I might have. Well, I might have deleted it. I might not. No, I wouldn't delete it. But it would have been when I was in Spain. So, yeah, I might have. Sorry. Trying to do 6 things at once. Right, haggis. Okay, yeah. I haven't got a haggis from scratch anymore. I've got some vegetarian haggis, which, yeah, isn't the same, obviously. Edgar Burleyman, hello. Brenda, you've got a dog called Scylla. Scylla Black, like that Scouser. Got an email from YouTube. It says live on my channel, and the thumbnail's upside down because it used to be. I did this happened last month, and I forgot. You now have to pre-take your thumbnail photo rather than do it on the fly as you used to. So that is actually better if you remember that that's what you need to do. So when you've got a minute before you're due to go live and you're trying to do it, so you grab your phone and your phone is upside down. Yeah, that's what happens. So Anyway. Right, let's get rid of that. Live streaming, here we go. Aya and Varg. And what's this about doggy life and bonsai? Okay, doggy life, I get. You growing bonsai trees now, eh? Oh, Glyn the Gas Man. A chicken mushroom pie in the oven for tea. Woo, woo, woo. A little more double cream. Well, some people would say you could never have too much. And I've just been reading an article that says everything we believe about cholesterol and dairy and all that being bad for you might not be true. How's that? Joan, good morning. How is Florida, isn't it? You're in Florida. Blake Daniels, stuffed grouse. Oh, come on. How do you stuff a grouse? They're tiny. So, I mean, no, I haven't. And I've never cooked any grouse recipe because they, well, they're hard to get hold of here. Yeah. Joan, sunny. It's actually, would you believe it, is sunny here in, well, sunny Yorkshire, it is. Edgar, it's not true the sugar industry made it up. Isn't that to do with the 5 a day? Is that the same article? Well, you know, 5 a day is also a bit dodgy because most people, they can't manage 5 vegetables. So they'll have some extra fruit maybe, but fruit contains tons of sugar. So, you know, that's not great for you. All right. I has a bonsai tree channel. We might try and have a look at that. I had Mrs. KeefCooks got me a bonsai tree once, and I think I'd killed it within 6 months. Not on purpose, but I'm just rubbish with plants. So Brenda, I love it. Cilla Black. Real name, Priscilla White. Glyn, the gas man, you are permanently set up as a moderator, so if any trolls do turn up, you just bang them on the head, kind of thing. Inquiring intellect. Hello. Oh, Venezuela. Right, Brenda. This petrol shortage. There is no petrol shortage. There is plenty of petrol at the places where they mine it and where they distill it or whatever. But the problem is getting it from there to the petrol stations, because for that you need heavy goods drivers and probably extra training for driving, you know, basically a bomb. And that's what we're short of. So there. Oh, Edgar, I'm a firm believer in vegetable being the potato being the best vegetable. My yoga teacher tried to tell me it didn't count. I told her she was wrong. Tangfastic, you'd have thought they'd have worked it out. Well, yes and no. It takes a lot of time and effort to isolate, you know, what is actually causing an effect. So, you know, basically, that person who has bacon butties all the time is also probably maybe a smoker, maybe a heavy drinker, maybe has all kinds of other risk factors. So, you know, unless you're going to get volunteers to live on bacon butties for 5 years and nothing else, a cup of tea maybe, you're not going to be able to get a definitive answer. So that, yeah. My boy Varg, also a long-haired Dutch Shepherd. Dutch Shepherd. I don't know what that looks like. Oh, lovely cup of tea. Brad, maybe you think that you're sheep and you need herding and controlling. Right, fantastic. Well, set up the research group and volunteer and do it. Glyn, the gas man, where's the missus? Good question. She was here just before we started and she's run off. So I don't know if I don't know. Oh, Keith Jones from North Wales. Hello. Yeah, so this petrol thing, Brenda, and everybody else, it's just there were the BP, Shell, Esso were on the news as having had problems with deliveries because they're short on drivers, and so then everybody except me, because I'm sensible, everybody went to try and fill up their tanks, which obviously causes a shortage because even if deliveries are working normally, I don't know how frequently a petrol station gets a delivery, but I can imagine that if you've got thousands of cars just filling up with all the petrol, then it ain't going to last long. So that'll get over in a few days. I mean, I tried to get some yesterday. I thought I'd get there early. Nobody will have thought to get there early, so I actually got there at 8 o'clock, which really isn't early. But yeah, there was a massive queue right back onto the main road, so I bypassed that and carried on. Later yesterday, we went to a supermarket in the next village and thought, well, I won't drive into their car park. I'll park somewhere else because it'll probably be the same story. Lots of cars blocking the road, and it wasn't because the petrol station had closed because they had no petrol. And so yeah, and then a third one we went past had a little queue, but yeah. So I mean, I'm okay for a week or two because I hardly drive anywhere these days anyway. Plus I'm on this health kick, so I'm walking to the shops, and yeah, it's all good, kinda. Joan, you've been babysitting your son's golden retriever and Chalky. What's a Chalky? I don't know what a Chalky is. All right. Troy, another one from Florida. Hiya. All right. Well, Aya's dog is planning to snaffle some cooking. Yeah. Sue Crease, hello. Daniel Vallelunga, potato. Hey, Daniel, I've noticed you keep doing things with all these emojis. I'm an old dude, and I don't know if I'm supposed to read them or if they're supposed to have any meaning or what. So I can see potato, smiley face with tongue sticking out. I don't know what that means. Please help homeless cats. Okay, picture of a cat and 4 paws. All right. But yeah, it's if you're trying to convey anything more than that in your emojis, it's just going to go whoosh, and I'm not going to get it. So it's best you actually use real words. There you go. End of lecture. Brenda, the lines when a threatened hurricane. Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, you never know what's going to happen, do you? You can't really rely on everything to work properly all the time, and increasingly so. So, yeah. I mean, I do anyway. I don't go crazy. We've only got 6 toilet rolls, but I would like to be able to get some flour. So, Tangfastic in the pipeline for next videos. Yeah, good one. Let me just I have a database of, well, a list, well, an A list and a B list of stuff that people have requested, and if I ever do run out of ideas, I'll sorry, and if I've run out of ideas, I'll grab one of those. But having said that, some of them are pretty obscure, so they go on the B list, and then eventually I'll just delete them if I haven't done them in 2 years, because I only do 1 or 2 videos a week. So yeah. Joan, half Chihuahua, half Yorkie. Okay, right. So that's a chalky. All right. Okay. I'm not a mad dog person. I don't understand them, especially when they start combining them. Yeah. Edgar, funny headlines coming out of Florida. Yeah. Itsy bitty hairy bug-eyed dog. All right, that sounds good. Oh, Steve Witcher. They keep inventing new emojis, and I don't know why, but anyway. Sarah Strand, hello, and hello, Bridget. Yeah, I reckon you guys are related, aren't you? Maybe. Floridians. I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna remember that. That doesn't sound kind. Sue, you love me pies as well. You should. Good. Oh, Glyn, you've got all the flour. You little tinker. Daniel, right? Okay, we've got the message about the cats. I do help homeless cats. I offer them, the use of my lawn as a toilet every day. Joan, easy dinner tonight. Cheddar brats with kraut on toasted brioche bun. Yeah, cool, nice. I've got a plan. I'm doing, because I did that Peking duck the other week when Mrs. KeefCooks was away. So she missed it, but I've still got a load of the plum sauce that I made, and I've still got the pancakes. So, yeah, I got the other bits, bit of duck, cucumber, and that, and so I'm doing that after this evening. All right, okay, Brent. Yeah, we used to have cats when our baby was little, and well, in fact, I had a cat when I was at college, but kind of realised that you don't have a cat has you. So yeah. Dwayne, favorite seafood dish? I could be facetious and say battered cod with chips and mushy peas, which I don't know if it must count as a seafood dish. Also, but moule mariniere, I like that a lot. Octopus pulpo, yeah, quite, and big prawns and things. We tend not to have access to really good seafood here because we're way inland, and but having said that, when I lived in Madrid, you can't get much more inland than that, and they had absolutely marvelous seafood every day, fresh from the coast, and yeah. Joan, fish and chips with slaw, like coleslaw. Strange. Brendan, cats take a message. Yes. Going back to who was asking about running out of ideas for recipes. People are always suggesting, things, and I had one the other day, which I promptly lost, but it was for a St. Louis dish, which is called T-Ravs, and which stands for toasted ravioli, which apparently you go in a bar in St. Louis, and you can get a bowl of T-Ravs and a little bowl of tomato sauce to dip them in, which it sounded quite interesting. And toasted, they're not toasted, they're deep fried. So basically you get a little, those little square ravioli, and you crumb them, breadcrumbs, double crumb them, and then fry them. So basically you're not frying the pasta, because that would be horrible. You're frying the breadcrumb casing, and that's well, that's something I might do in the future. But I told Mrs. KeefCooks about it, and she was pretty appalled. Dwayne, fried pierogies. Yeah, I've done pierogies. They were good, and I'm pretty sure I enjoyed the T-Ravs. I might do it anyway. Oh, that was really good tea. Oh, Tony Hong, I have tried to make ice cream at home. I don't have a machine, so basically, you stick it in the freezer, trying to remember to give it a stir every few minutes or whatever. And I really haven't had a lot of success, and I've, never had a nice, luxurious texture. So, but I realised a lot of ice cream, commercial ice cream, seems to have xanthan gum in it, which would give it that unctuousness. And I have got some xanthan gum in the cupboard, so I should have a go at that. Yeah. But I have looked at ice cream machines, and they seem to be hopelessly inadequate for the job. As in, they're not a full machine. They're like an insulated bowl. You stick it in the freezer beforehand, and then put the stuff in, and it freezes it. Or you get really expensive ones, which basically incorporate a compressor and freezer thing. Yeah, I know what I mean. Yeah, coleslaw, quite common as a side for seafood and barbecue. I can get it. Yeah, I can understand it for barbecue, but I just don't see how it would be nice with seafood, really. But yeah, maybe I should try it. Dwayne, sizable Polish and Ukrainian community. Yeah, we did. Well, certainly Poles. I don't know about Ukrainians, but yeah. I did go to a Polish shop once. Before I did the pierogies video, trying to get some pierogies. I thought it'd be a no-brainer. They'd be sitting there making them all day, and they didn't have any at all, ever, apparently. So, yeah. Sarah, curried pasties, slices. I don't know. Nathaniel Evans, hello. Chutney. I did like ploughman's pickle kind of chutney, but yeah, I don't actually do a lot of chutneys. Not really that into them. Tangfastic, fish and chips and mushy peas in a pie. Well, I would say no, because the fish batter should be crunchy and crispy, and the chips should have some crunch to them as well. And they'll lose that because essentially they're going to steam inside a pie. So they would just go mushy. The mushy peas would work. Dwayne, sweetened condensed milk. Yeah, that sounds nice and heart friendly. Right, Bren, I've lost the plot. What you're talking about? Bigger, bolder cooking Gemma. Steve Witcher, you made your own Angel Delight. Good grief. That's amazing. Curry rice and chips. Yep. Okay, Glyn the Gas Man, thumbs up. Thank you. Tony Hong, get xanthan gum. Yeah, I could. I should try that. Yeah, because I do love ice cream, but I find a lot of the stuff, unless you spend a fortune, the cheap stuff from supermarkets is awful. So yeah. Right. Nice water as well. Oh well. No, nobody's got anything to say. I'm just going to go and find Mrs. Well, she's been a bit of a tease. She's letting me get started and build up the excitement. Brenda, pierogies. I don't know. I think I made my own wrapper things. Yeah, it wasn't hard. Pumpkin cheesecake. Chocolate spiced dark rum. How does that work then? Yeah, Joan agreed. Pierogi dough is East. E. The didgeridoo hello. Yes, I have done Lamingtons. That was that was quite good. Mock cream versus buttercream. I actually don't know. I've never heard of mock cream, so I can't answer that. Brenda, you keep going on about sauerbraten, don't you? And I can't remember what it is, so I don't know. Tell me again. Why? What? Glyn, cheese and onion flan. Ooh, have I done that? Oh, I've done quiche Lorraine. Cheese and onion. Not spelled like that. Oh, here we go. I did it in June. I'll just get you the link. Here we go. Caramelized cheese and onion flan. Yeah, but Joan, you're all going to die.
Keith,
Yes, babe.
that is no way to talk to Joan.
Well,
For goodness sake, no respect.
Oh, there you go.
Hello,
Mrs. KeefCooks.
hooligan.
Mrs. Hooligan.
Ooh, didgeridooses. Hello. I've not heard of you before.
They're obnoxious Australian.
Cream. Hi, Brenda.
Sauerbraten. Okay, sauerbraten is bashed steak rolled in ginger nut. Oh God, ginger nut biscuits and braised in broth that has a bit of vinegar.
Hiya, Cat.
Do you fancy that?
Sauerbraten. Okay. It sounds a bit weird to me. Because ginger nut biscuits, so what? You've got the sharpness of ginger, but you've got a lot of sugar, plus you've got the biscuit crumb. I just don't know. Is that a recommendation? Have you tried it and you like it? Right.
She keeps demanding to know when I'm going to make it.
Oh, right.
Uh-huh.
Well, she must like it then. Yeah.
I guess so. Okay, Steve Witcher. Hi.
Oh, look. There you go. It's really good. Okay. There you go. That's good enough for me.
An attachment for the candle that takes milk and unsalted butter and turns it into cream. Milk and unsalted butter and turns it into cream. No. Oh.
You're looking at me.
Well,
there you go. Right, so Brenda, you won't be doing it this week because we've just had a steak. But yeah. You better write that. Oh, you have done. You've written it down already.
I've written it down. Don't get excited.
Right. Okay, so I can see you're actually having a proper food conversation, which is what this channel's all about. So hi and bye, gang. Mwah. See you later. Thanks, babe.
Well, that was nice. Thank you. Do you want your water?
That's all right. Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Sour breath. Yep.
Okay. The biscuits thicken the sauce. Okay. All right. Send me the recipe. Right. Yeah. Great. Yeah. But Joan, seriously, it's a huge threat to everybody, and you don't be blasé about it. You know, because there's so many stories of people, you know, crazy anti-maskers, anti-vaxxers, ending up with COVID and ending up dead and regretting it big time. And that's the only way it can go. So, you know, just look after yourself and everybody else. Lecture ends. Rice cake. Don't know. Okay. Mock cream. Well, it does sound like buttercream. Really. Hey ho. Steve, did the plants get rehomed in the tagine thingy? No, they now live permanently in a big plastic plant pot, and the tagine thingy is restored to its role as being an empty vessel with a conical lid, and one day a tagine will get made in it. Yeah. Oh, the new hair. Well, that was that was interesting. I also had new haircut. Edgar, the cabbage. Well, I was supposed to look at them. The Jersey cabbage walking sticks. No, but I can imagine them. Well, I mean, I can see not cabbages, but some Brussels sprouts basically grow on a tall woody stem that could make a walking stick. Yeah, Joan. Well, I would get tested myself, but yeah. Come on, somebody. Oh, they're lacquered. All right. It's not like you're just kind of walking through a field of sprouts and feel the need to make yourself a temporary walking stick. I thought you were commending my intelligence there. The new hair. There's not much of it. It's very hard to see. So yeah. Maria Jane Malinowski Ferreira. Yes, indeed. Dwayne, the Lake District. I would leave it till next year, really, because everything's open at the moment, but I predict we'll have selective lockdowns again before Christmas. Yeah, Joan. I mean, losing a sense of smell is just and taste, which are related. I don't fancy that at all. Glyn the gas man. Okay, my favourite place to work. I used to be an interior designer, commercial interior designer. My favourite place that I worked at was a brewery in Bristol. I used to design pub interiors. And it was the best job. So we covered all of the southwest of England down to Cornwall and that, South Wales, across to Birmingham and down to the outside of the M25. So you got paid in money and beer. We used to have to do research, which at least once a month, our bosses wanted a report from each designer of when they'd been to a competitor's new venues and had a meal and stuff, and just to see what the competition's up to, and and they paid for it, and it was marvelous. Yeah. Happy days. Didgeridooces. Yes, the Yorkshire flag. What's it? Jacobin? Don't know. The knights who say "ub." Well, yeah. Anyway, look. Is that inside out? Does that look inside out to you lot? The writing on there. Cheers. Look at Ed on that. Proper Yorkshire head. See, there's no capacity marking on this, but the some of the crazier people in this country have been demanding the return of the pint as a measure. Oh, well, the pint actually never went away in pubs. Joan, do I ever walk into a pub now and think, why do they design it? Not so much, no. I think that there was a time just before I joined Courage. I'm not saying I sorted out the problem, but Formica had just been invented, and they were all going crazy for Formica tables and fake plastic furniture, and it was awful. And so we at Courage we basically banned laminate and had used real wood. So Sue, proper job. Okay, so you can read it. Good. Steve, 563. No. Can you? That's 500 mil. Oh, that's interesting. It doesn't say it's half pint or close to. Yeah, but in pubs it is a pint. It's not half a litre or anything. Joan, no, it's better than real wood. You're not wrong. Well, I think some things are, but for a table, it's. Yeah, but Steve, I'm not in a pub having it served on draft. It's a bottle. So, I mean, if it was a pint bottle, that'd be a bit smaller, wouldn't it? Glyn the Gasman, thank you. Enjoy your chicken and mushroom pies. Alex Hall, is that a Liverpool emblem for your avatar? It's very small. Oh, Manu. Oh dear. Sorry about that. Yeah. So the job at Courage was it was fantastic, and they were at that time. It was just before an investigation into the supply of beer, because the Monopolies Commission, decided that there was a monopoly, a vertical monopoly going on, because basically the brewers were making all that beer and stuff, and then they had an estate of captive pubs to sell it in, and other suppliers couldn't get in there, and so they said you can be a brewery and you can own up to 1,000 outlets, or you can just be a retailer and own as many outlets as you want. And so Courage had about 5,000 pubs at that time, and decided that they would get rid of them and concentrate on brewing. So that meant, the writing was on the wall for us designers, because we wouldn't have anything to design anymore. So we had to move on. Okay, Alex, how has my day been? Yeah, kind of weird. Walked over to the shops first thing this morning, pootled around, put that picture up, took some other stuff down that was there, and yeah. Steve, half litre and a litre, yeah. I can't remember what we used to. Well, actually, yeah, when I lived in Spain, it was weird because generally you had to work hard to get a pint. You could get it in or pinta. You could get from Irish pubs, but the but the Spanish bars, they would basically sell a caña, which was I think about was it a quarter of a litre? And there was also a tercero, a third of a litre. And yeah, it was all really weird. But Gary Brooker, Procol Harum, owns a pub in Surrey. Well, of course he does. Yeah. Joan, do you reckon that's what it's called? A White Shade of Pale, his pub. Oh, Kilkenny. No. Liquid Gold. No, not even close. I think that's made by Guinness. Could be wrong. Long time since I had it, Kilkenny. But I wouldn't. I really wouldn't say it was anything like Liquid Gold. Alex Hall, who's supplying these chicken nougats? I'm not. Carlos Santana and Steve Winwood did a cover of White Shade of Pale. Okay, I tell you what. I had. I really wasn't into Procol Harum until I heard Grand Hotel a few years ago, which just blew me away. Really, really amazing thing. Nathaniel, Todmorden, Yorkshire. Well, yeah, I do. I really do. We have been there. I know they keep whacking it over into Lancashire and then it bounces back into Yorkshire, but yeah. Joan, metric system. Yeah, well, the thing is, Joan, it's just easy. Well, we call them imperial units, the customary units that they use in the States. They're just illogical. They're just Aidan O'Leary in Spain. We were in Madrid for about 6 years. Tangfastic schooners in Australia. I have no idea. But I would have thought they were smaller than that. I don't know. Joan, yeah. Well, I spend half my life converting things into, illogical units for your benefit. Edgar, Irish Red Ale. Well, I think I would have said Kilkenny was a red ale, but it's a long time since I've had it. Red beer in England, I can't think of any. Simon Templar, hello again. Alex Hall, no, it's you. It's you. That picture is perfectly level. Look, I'll just put it up actually. Now I've only got one. It's just balanced on one hook, so yeah. No, it's not level, but didn't have time to do it right. Aidan O'Leary, thank you. Ads Benny, the perfect 3-course meal. Perfect 3-course meal. I haven't a clue. Really. You've really thrown me with that question. Chris the Butcher and friends in the house. Hello, matey. How are you doing? I never see your videos anymore. So maybe I should try and look for them, but ads, it's okay. Maybe I'll think about that in the month to come and be prepared. Joan, Fahrenheit. Oh no, Fahrenheit is rubbish. You know, what could be more logical than 0 being freezing and 100 being boiling? I mean, I just can't think of anything more sensible than that. And I've got no idea how Fahrenheit works. Didgeridooces, yeah. Steve Witcher, that is almost exactly the first chapter of the Prawn Cocktail Years book. But yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd put steak and chips in there as the main. I would probably want a pie or fish and chips. Mark Slate, how's you doing? As doing okay. And Mike Whitcomb in Silly, Italy. Dwayne, Canada got the metric system in 1976. Yeah. Britain kind of messed up. I know the construction industry got it in 71. And, you know, because I sort of worked in the construction industry in the design side, that's what I've always used for measurements. So, you know, the other stuff baffles me. But yeah, Dwayne, as you say, we still use miles for distances and for speeds. So, Glyn, double centigrade, add 30. Is it that simple? I don't think it's that simple. Aidan O'Leary, what you got against Harry Redknapp? Sorry, man. That's my cow. Edgar, I've got no idea. Oh, a funny name that's been bandied about with these so-called petrol shortages. The BBC sent a reporter to a petrol station to cover the story, and you know, people have all got jerry cans and they're filling them up. And this reporter's name was Phil McCann. Now, Joan, metric in the States, as I recall, it was put to the population as an election question, and so they're all like, "Well, no, we don't understand how that works, so we'll just say no," which is, you know, a very stupid thing for a government to do, because people will always say the wrong answer. So, you know, you just need to tell them. I can see 4 kilometers and kilometers and kilometers. You're quite right. Yes. Alex Hall, I don't know what you're going on about here with F in chat for bear. No, I don't know. No. Chris, Mrs. K, she was here briefly and then she ran off again, so she might come back. Oh, Alex, the cow. No, I didn't paint it. It's actually a print, limited edition print that Mrs. KeefCooks got me when we went to Windermere a couple of years ago, because I'd been in a painting shop and said I liked it. Mike, exactly what you said. Yes. Oh, Joan, you're winding me up. Cups, pints, quarts, gallons. I like milliliters and liters. They're just so easy, straightforward. I don't even know what a quart is. I do, but right. Yeah, Mike. Edgar, really? I have no memory of those names whatsoever. Anyway. Nathaniel. No, it doesn't take very long at all because it's just in the garage. Yeah. Didgejuicers. I believe NASA had a problem one time with one contractor using metric and the other one using the other stuff, and so it didn't work. How long streaming for? Another half hour. Basically, I said an hour and a half. So yeah. Well, that's 32 minutes. Alex Hall, being mysterious again now. Again. K. Yeah, Joe, there's no point trying to educate me. I'm not going there. It's just I just don't want to know about that. Fantastic, nice one. We need to inch our way towards it. Yes. Joan, behave. Gary Boyd, hello. Young Keith, thank you. Adds Benny, have I ever been to Blackpool? Of course I have. I think, yeah, we went for a week when I was a kid, and I've been, a few day trips since then. But really, it's a victim of its own success. I think it's a bit too much for me. Yeah. Alex Hall, you are mysterious. Mysterious. Is that like almost mysterious? Ricky Gervais once fell on a dog at a wedding and it died. There's no answer to that, really, is there? We don't need no education. Oh, yes, we do. Digi-juices. I don't think, well, I don't know. Anybody want to volunteer what they're drinking, if anything, at this moment? Gary Boyd, Soul Bossa Nova Dancing Lady is downstairs. Steve, that's a good point. Cups, really, they're meant for liquids. And somebody once asked me, I made something with pork chops or something, and she asked me, she said, how many cups worth of pork chops is that? So Yeah, really, you shouldn't. I mean, actually, cups can work really well for baking, but what works even better is weighing scales and measuring jug. So yeah, Ads Bennett, Ribena. Well, okay. Sue Crease, vodka and tonic, very good. Gary Boyd, coffee at 8 a.m. Okay. Alex Hall, all right. Bye. Thanks for popping in. That was nice. Rum and ginger beer. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Glyn, Black Sheep, Amber Ale. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, Chris, what? Seriously? Do you think that was wise, wasting what fuel you had? Trying to find some more. Okay. Robert Gillett, good morning, New England. Hey. Ian Tully. Okay, hi. Thank you, you're welcome. Measuring cups do have metric on the backside, but that only relates to volume for liquids. You're going to get in a mess if you're using it for flour or butter or anything like that. Steve, you're timing the length of audio cassettes. What are you on about? They're about 10 centimeters. And Spenny, for tea today, we are having Peking duck with plum sauce and those little pancakes and spring onions and cucumber. Sue Crease. Britain is not short of fuel at the point where they mine it or whatever, the refineries. They're short of fuel at some petrol stations because they're short of drivers to deliver it. And so this got reported on the news on Friday, I think. So on Saturday, people started rushing off to petrol stations and filling their tanks and filling jerry cans and everything. And, yesterday, Sunday, no, today, Sunday, it's all gone. You can't find petrol because the idiots have hoarded it all. So it'll be, it'll sort of get back to normal, but it's a kind of self-fulfilling prophecy, that one. If it hadn't been reported that some petrol stations were having problems, then all the rest of them wouldn't have had problems either. They would have just carried on as normal anyway. And Sawyer, good morning. And Gary Boyd, Peking duck, the long lost cousin of sitting duck. Okay, if you say so. Joe Lethbridge, hello. And bucket is 10. That would be a 10-litre bucket, yeah. Shortages in terms of petrol. There's I don't believe there is a shortage of petrol. It purely is lack of drivers for whatever reason. Yeah, that's one thing I love about the metric system, is the way that the different things connect. So a cubic meter of water weighs 1 metric ton. That just blew my mind when I found that out. It sounds amazing. Didgeridoo. I don't know if you started the toilet paper problem, but we're having that as well. Toilet paper is short supply. Flour, short supply. Fizzy drinks, because carbon dioxide. We haven't got carbon dioxide. And also gas for heating and cooking is completely stuffed. Honestly, this is supposed to be a cooking channel, so I don't want to get into the the causes of all these problems that Britain is having and other countries are not having as badly. And you know what it is. It's the B word. But yeah. Sucrease. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Joan Strine hoarding everything. Well, now you say that we all need electric vehicles, but it's not beyond the bounds of possibility that we'll have electricity shortages as well, because, well, you know, if it can go wrong, it is going to go wrong. Edgar, that 0 being very cold and 100 being very hot. Yeah, that works for water, but I like Celsius as 0 being freezing water and 100 being boiling water. That's just fantastically normal. Joe Lethbridge, your energy supplier just went bust. Yeah, this is another thing, the fake energy market where we had 70 companies at the start of the year. We'll probably end up with 6, one of whom is 85% owned by the French government. The other one is owned by Germans. La li la, you know, and Japan's getting in on the act. Glyn, well, what you say, I would not disagree. Sucrease, damn, there goes your tonic. What? Because there's no CO2 for it. Yeah. Yep. Okay, Gary. Ta-ta. Thanks for showing up. Joan, Germany's always having an election. I think. Yeah. Well, Merkel is retiring, so yeah. Andrew Scott. I don't know what the CPC course is. Nathaniel Marmite, haven't you asked for this before? I know it's on my list, but I don't really know how to make Marmite. Juicers, yeah, good one. Hot gas coming out of certain politicians. Yes. Oh, Joan, lovely clean nuclear energy. Nom nom nom. Steve. Because of the B word, we're no longer part of the European energy market, which doesn't help us at all. Plus, I believe there was a cable, electrical cable connecting France and the UK, so they could transfer electricity, and that blew up last weekend, or there was a fire at one of the terminal buildings. So yeah. Sarah, oh, you're a carer. Oh wow. Good luck. Joan, nuclear fission. No, it doesn't stop. It goes all the way down through the core of the Earth and out the other side. Steve, nuclear. Well, it's fantastically expensive. It's massively dangerous, but apart from that, it's fine. Yep. Bozo Biden. Oh well, we're stuck with PM Bozo for what shall I give him? A fortnight? I don't know. He's not going to make it to Christmas, I don't think. You know, he doesn't even want to be prime minister. So, yeah, Biden better than the orange fella. Yes. Oh, Cindy. Oh well, we've still got 20 minutes. Nathaniel, legalize cannabis and we make billions in the tax. Okay. All right. Good. Oh, Steve Witcher, the only place you could get fizzy water was Lidl. Yeah, I've noticed fizzy drink. I don't buy fizzy drinks. And not even my beer is carbonated, so that's all right. But yeah, I've noticed empty shelves there. Oh, Steve, Hinkley Point. Is that why they're building? The French and the Japanese are building a nuclear power station at Hinkley Point. Is that right? Or did that get cancelled? I mean, honestly, phenomenally pricey and scary. All right, Digijuicers. Well, nice to have you. Good night. Joan, we're not going there. We're not doing American politics because, it actually all looks good to me from over here now, whereas it hasn't done previously. So, yeah. Cindy, muffins for church. What? Yeah, okay. Nothing wrong with a bit of bribery. Dear. All good fun. Okay, different one. This. Oh yeah, okay. Legalize amphetamines and people run on treadmills. Okay, yeah, sounds grand. So I don't think anybody's threatening shortages. They're not even anticipating it and planning ways to make it not happen. Honestly, this government, they really are. They're just like, what happened now? Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, Nathaniel, merch. Yeah, I was just looking at mugs and merch because YouTube has this tie up with Teespring, but I think their prices are insane. If I did a mug, it would have to sell for like £16 or something, or $14, and I could do it, but I wouldn't pay that. I wouldn't even be able to afford a sample, so I could say, "Get your KeefCooks mug." Well, but maybe I'll try it and see. Can't hurt, can it? Yeah. So, when petrol goes up, food costs go up due to transportation costs. Yes, of course. But I think currently the base price of petrol, the price of crude oil is pretty stable, isn't it, at the moment? That's not why prices are going up. It's the prices are going up due to scarcity because we haven't got the drivers to deliver it. Yeah. Steve, you would have to be a mug to buy a mug. Well, Tony Hong, you wouldn't want a 3D printed mug because if you put anything hot in it, it would melt. Oh, Sue, if I did hand drawn Well, that'd be proper art. That'd be worth like 200 quid. Joan, the UK fits into the state of Oregon. Yes. And yeah, okay. I'm not sure what point you're making there. You're saying we're small. Ah, Dwayne. Dwout. Are we having dwout? Can I get written confirmation of that, Sue? You would pay 200 quid for a hand-drawn marker pen mug. Have you heard of these things in the world of Bitcoin, which I can't even begin to understand? There are things called NFTs, which stands for non-fungible token, which means not a lot to me, but you can apparently, sell a doodle or a scribble or something through this system for huge amounts of money or huge amounts of Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't know. Joan, so we have resources. Well, actually, I think past tense we had resources. We've used them all up because we are wastrels, and it's fine. And what there is left can stay in the ground where it belongs. Nathaniel, I don't. Yeah. I don't know if the UK has any effect or influence in the world anymore, which is a shame. Or has had, yes, in the past. Okay. Yeah, Joan. I can't believe I can't begin to explain the state of British agriculture and livestock production at the moment because it's just all collapsing. Again, there's nobody to pick crops that are grown, and fruit and things that can't be just collected by a machine. And there are no vets to look after animals and livestock because they're all required to certify livestock for sale for export, and yeah. Glenn, £50 an hour to pick cabbages. If I was 18, I'd do it. I can't do it now, and green. Joan, what's I don't know what you're saying. You don't see Green New Deal people running around planting trees. They shouldn't complain and plant green things. I don't know. Andrew Scott, get prisoners to pick crops in the fields. I had when I was at college, I had a summer job in Liverpool, and it was part of it was involved with a community city farm across the road from a prison, and one day a week, and so we were doing some building work there, and one day a week the farm had arranged with the prison to get some guys on day release to do some work, and you know that this wouldn't happen now, but they put me in charge of these prisoners. I was just like a kid, you know, I was like 18, 19, and I had to supervise these guys who were pretty hard knocks, you know. Um, I mean, they weren't violent, but they'd done some bad stuff, obviously, to get locked up. Um, so once a week, I'd go over, I'd sign out about 8 prisoners and put them to work, and then take them back at the end of the day and get a receipt to prove that I'd delivered them all. Anyway, one day, one of the lads, it was his birthday. I couldn't find him at the when they had to go back. So we did find him. He was in the pub because it was his birthday. But oh dear. But getting prisoners and, you know, get prisoners to do it, get the army to drive trucks. It's just it's not workable, really. It's not a proper solution, and you know, it's not like this couldn't have been foreseen. Joan, you pick. Do you mean pick your own? I mean, yeah. We have that here, but there's just so much, and I don't know why it can't work for everything. Well, I do. We take farmers for granted. Yeah. No, Joan. CO2 is carbon dioxide. The 2 is a clue in that. So, pick strawberries, 5p a punnet. I actually, when I was at school, the local farms would do casual work during the summer. So they would send a lorry around, and if you wanted to go, you know, pick potatoes or whatever, you jump on the lorry. It was all cash in hand. It was absolutely no no contract, no health and safety, no nothing. You know, you just picked spuds, took them to be weighed, got paid for what you did. So I did it one day. You know, I was a strapping young lad, and I was dead at the end of it. You're bending over all the time. It was horrible, absolutely physically exhausting work. Dwayne, prisoners can escape. Yeah, that's the issue with using to do stuff. Sue, not on the books. Well, exactly. There were no books. It was all well, it was what it was, but it was hard work. And God bless anybody who can do that. I can't. I couldn't. Yeah. Yeah. You plant trees, okay? You want to die sooner, so you need oxygen for that. I don't. Not sure what you're saying there. Oh, dear. Oh, come on. All right. Well, they're both right, Dwayne, aren't they? They get milk from the store. You can also get it from a cow. Yeah, John, we know China is a disgusting polluter. What we're gonna do? They will maybe change their ways. In fact, they've said they're not going to support any more coal ventures. Coal ventures. So that's the start, I think. Ooh. Diddly doo. Wow, Joan, you used to milk cows as a child. Did you grow up on a farm? Or what? Alex All, welcome back for the last 3 minutes. Yo, 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 yo. Is that a song? Oh. Edgar, how do I feel about dark Jamaican rum? I don't know. I'll drink it, but I don't. It's not a thing I would say was my favorite thing. You know, if I would rather have a bourbon or a whiskey. So yeah. Oh, John, you lucky thing. Summer's on a farm. That sounds perfect. Glyn the Gasman. The next video is, I don't know. Got to make it on Tuesday, and I haven't decided yet. I don't know. You can't write English today. I can't write Finnish either. It's completely gone. Steve, yeah, oh yeah, rum and coke. Yeah, it's classic. Classic, that. Yeah. Alex Hall, tea from York is the best. Do you mean Yorkshire tea? Oh, Joan Strine, murderer, kill a chicken for Sunday dinner. Look at that. All right, Glenn, crack and rum. What is that? I don't know. Cindy, that's a good one. I mean, we have an apple tree and we have raspberries and strawberries, and we do let the local kids have some and help themselves a bit, so they know. But yeah. Sue, well, enjoy your voddy and tonic and your walk. Joan, 120 acres. That's a tidy amount. You know, I watched Jeremy Clarkson. Who knows Jeremy Clarkson? Yeah, I don't like him, but he's had this series on Amazon Prime, Clarkson's Farm, which is quite funny because, you know, even though he's owned this farm, he hasn't personally operated it until recently, and so he's completely ignorant of everything. And yeah, Top Gear guy, but and it seems, you know, just deliberately does everything wrong just for entertainment purposes. So, and it was entertaining, but yeah. Anyway, and he had 200 acres, and you know, turned over hundreds of thousands of pounds, and made, I think, in the first year, £144 in profit. So, His Lamborghini tractor, yeah. What a dick. Everybody's telling him that's too big. It's too big, you stupid. But it's Lamborghini, and he's car guy. And yeah. Dear, oh dear. Cows like to be milked. Really? Yeah. Anyway, okay. All right, guys. That's it. I'm all out of inspo and that. So thanks for being here. And Nathaniel, you're not wrong, but you're still entertaining. So, yeah. All right, you lot. Okay. Yeah. See you next time.